Well, ladies and gentlemen, week 1 in the books. Very rewarding week for some, not so much for others. 3-2 in the picks last week. Bill over me, CJ over Dan, Nads over Nick, Matt over Rob, and Darren over Dustin. Lost on my game and Matt's game, won on the others. Week 2 looking pretty interesting. Got the only out of conference game, me at CJ. CJ coming off a big win. CJ has a very solid team. Got some issues this week. Not too sure if Gates is going to be a go. If he's not, I have to look at the rookie Fleener. Vic against Baltimore, it's going to be real tough. But McFadden and Chris Johnson and Decker and Brandon Lloyd look pretty solid. This one could pretty much go either way. MJD for CJ going against Houston. That could be pretty tough. I still like me. I'm not going to pay. Not ever pay against myself. Next, we got the battle for first place in the West Division. 1-0 Nads at 1-0 Bill. In conference matchup. Nads coming off a pretty impressive win, winning handedly last week. Led by Drew Brees and DeMarco Murray. Looks like a pretty solid matchup again this week. Nats predicted to have 169 at Bill. Bill, again, Sites picks 169 as well for him too. Reggie Wayne looks solid. Shady always solid. And Romo looks to be off on a hot start. Wallace could be huge with Revis out. On paper, it looks like Bill's the pick here. I'll make my picks at the end. We have 1-0 Nick Mast at 0-1 Dustin. Again, an interconference matchup here. This has a little bit more at stake than just a win or a loss. A little bit of pride on the line here, too, as the two battled back and forth all week on the message board. One defending on why he should have his money and forfeiting a zero and this and that and taking your first child and your first paycheck and all this other stuff. So we got a little bit of bragging rights on the line, too. On this one, Dustin coming off a hard loss to his brother Darren. Nick getting handed to him a little bit by Nads last week. So both look to get one up on the other. Dustin going with a little bit of old school running back, Turner and McGahee. And pretty heavy at running back, actually. Rice, Turner, McGahee, and Bush. Colson is the only wide receiver. And kind of a mix on the other hand with Nick. A.J. Green, James Jones, Crabtree. And he still has Forte in there. I know Forte is out this week. So we'll see what direction he goes there with Ahmad Bradshaw and Cam Newton. Always a huge threat there. I will make my picks at the end. Next matchup, we're looking at 0-1 Dan at 1-0 Matt. Again, an in-conference matchup here. Battle of the Slippery Rock education majors. Dan is on the road this weekend live from VA, Virginia. Visiting his possibly soon-to-be fiancé. I can't believe I'm saying that. Fiancé. Dan coming off a disappointing loss, only by a few points, to Mr. Birchfield. Matt, again, winning barely over Rob as well, too. Very close matchups this week. Taking a look at their game. Matt predicted at 151. Danny at 166. That seems there's some pretty high scores, or pretty high predictions, I should say. Danny with Brady and Peterson, two extremely favorable matchups there. Brady at home against Arizona. Peterson at Indy. Gore at Detroit Sunday night. Jackson's questionable. Thomas, you seems to be good against the Steelers and nobody else. Nix looks like he's questionable. Hernandez, got a pretty good matchups there. Rogers already played. Kind of disappointing on Thursday night. Steven Jackson against the Redskins. Julio Jones, like I've said all year, even in the, even before drafts, the guy's going to be a monster. He's a beast. Antonio Brown looked solid on last Sunday night against Denver. Miles Austin and Harvin. I like Harvin a lot. He's pretty much their whole offense, in my opinion. Next matchup we're going to, the matchup of the week, Darren at Rob. Darren's team name Donation Have Fun. I think he left after the 10th round. I thought he left after the first round after he took Stafford. But Marshall laid an egg on Thursday night. Meacham, who? Garcon is hurt. Welker coming off a very disappointing week 1. I will bet any amount of money Welker blows up this week. All week I had to hear about how Welker wasn't involved in the offense. Is this the end of Wes Welker? I will bet any amount of money, my kids, my 401k, my retirement. I guarantee you that Welker blows up this week. Guaranteed. Rob O'Connor with Arian Foster. Larry Fitzgerald against New England. Rivers sucks. Donald Brown sucks. Cobb's already played, was a 5. Roddy White will be good. Finley sucks. And Patriots D, I think, has a good chance to be good. I don't really know how much sense it makes to start your defense against your starting wide receiver, but it is what it is. I guess that's maybe why Rob's 0-1. Rob predicted 137, and Darren predicted a 124. This might be the lowest scoring predictions of the week. Going down throughout the week, make my picks here. I'm picking myself over CJ. I'm picking Bill over Nads. I'm picking Dustin over Nick Mast. Or $80, whoever wants to bet me on it. I'm picking Matt over Danny. And I'm going to go ahead and take Rob over Darren to even that matchup at 1-1. Good luck to everybody this week. Hopefully Dustin will receive Nick Mast $80 and I won't have to read that soap opera of a message board and get everything cleared up. Looking forward to a great season here. Need a little bit more smack talk. I can't be the only one talking smack on people. So hopefully the message board will open up a little bit. And I hope everybody has a good week 2. And I will be back for week 3 with the week 2 recap.